Salut! In this video I wanted to talk about the worst visa to start a business and freelance in France. This year I've seen many expats coming to me wanting to register a business while under a long stay visitor visa, and I had to break the bad news to them. They were likely to have to wait another year before starting their dream project. So in this video we're going to be talking about why the long stay visitor visa is the worst visa if you want to freelance or create a business in France, the option to switch from a visitor visa to a business visa, what are the real business visa, and how to decide which visa is the best for you. Whenever I will mention in this video visitor visa, I mean the long stay visitor visa, which is issued for 1 year and renewable from France. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Valerie Aston and I'm the founder of Start Business in France and help expatriates prepare, create and manage their first businesses in France so they can focus on developing their new activity and enjoying their new lifestyle. So let's get cracking on that tough topic of visitor visa. Why is the visitor visa the worst for a business? I see many relocation companies pushing you to go for a visitor visa because it's in brackets easier to get, and once you're here you'll be struggling as a visitor to open a bank account, set up your health cover, which might take 6 to 8 months, hence them selling you more services. The visitor visa is the worst for a freelancer because it doesn't allow you to create a business in France. You're not supposed to work for yourself with a business abroad. You're not supposed to work as a remote employee of a foreign business. And when we mention visitor, think of life of leisure, enjoying the French lifestyle and not working. France considers 3 rules or 3 questions to decide where you are based and therefore where you should be paying taxes. And when I mean taxes, I mean income tax to impôt and social charges to URSSAF on a business or a work contract. Those 3 questions are: where do you live? Where is your main home? The tax office also counts whether you spend more than 180 days per year in France when it's not clear. And the big clue is if you have a long stay visitor visa, you're here for a year, so you're French tax resident. The second question is: where do you work from? I.e. literally, where do you sit to work from, not where your customers are based or where is your employer based. And the third question is: where is your personal interest? Meaning, for instance, are your kids attending French schools? Is your other half working or has a work contract in France or living with you in France? If you say France to most of these questions, you and your business should be based in France with the right visa enabling you to work. And quick reminder, France doesn't have a digital nomad visa. Let's talk about switching from a visitor visa to a business visa. You might have been told that it will be easy to switch from a visitor visa to a business visa. Yes, you can switch from one to the other, but there are 2 very important points. First of all, there will be a huge impact on the time scale to create your business, and 2, it's tricky. So let's go into this into detail. Let's talk about the time scale issue. To start with, you will need to renew your visitor visa at least once in France before you can switch to a business visa. So we're talking more about 15 months down the line, as the prefecture won't give you a brand new visa once you've just renewed your visitor visa. Let's say you arrive in France with a long stay visitor visa in January 2025. 2 months before the renewal date in January 2026, you go and renew your long stay visa. Then you're going to be leaving a few months before you go back to the prefecture to ask to switch from a visitor visa to a business visa. Now let's just say that for the prefecture, you will not be a priority. No, because you already have a visa that is issued. And for many of those prefectures, they won't be used to the process. They may even start by saying that it's not possible. I've had the case this month of 2 couples where they went to the local prefecture. The process of switching visa is not online yet. In Paris it is with démarche simplifiée, but in many regions it's not ready yet, so it's still on paper and they're not used to it. The first answer is, that's not possible, don't tell me what to do, which was very stressful for them, and had to start showing that yes, it's feasible and other areas are doing it. So not a very nice thing to do, and you know therefore that if it's not online, it's going to be done by paper. They have to find a form, you have to send it by recorded delivery, and it might get lost or not land on the right person's desk. It's going to take quite a while for the prefecture to give you your new business visa, which means that it has an impact on your timescale to create your business big time. The second point I wanted to make is that it's going to be tricky to change. When you're switching to a business visa such as a profession libérale, you'll have to prepare a business plan, financial plan, and all the supporting documents. And let me just say that it's going to be tricky to explain that you've been freelancing or that you have been working remotely. If you do, you're actually admitting that you've lied when you applied for your visitor visa, and they could reject both your business and your visitor visa. It has to be a brand new project or relaunching an activity that you had in your home country before you move to France. With your visitor visa, talking about working, freelancing while you're supposed to be a visitor will trigger massive issues. So to me, the visitor visa is for someone not sure about working again, or maybe somebody wanting to train remotely for new skills, or wanting to research their future life in France, wanting to make sure that they will like it, like the French lifestyle, and then maybe apply for a business visa. But watch out, when I say research, I don't mean do. If you come to France looking for potential customers or assess the market, that's fine, but you won't be able to issue quotes or send invoices to anyone. So for instance, somebody looking for the ideal property in France that they will need some restoration work and maybe in the long term run a gîte retreat business, that's fine with a visitor visa. But if your gîte is actually ready in 2-3 months time and you need to then create the business, that's the wrong setup for you. I have the example of a couple this month who was in south of France. They came on a visitor visa hoping to switch quickly. We are now 15 months down the line when they came to me. And when they went to the local prefecture, the prefecture wasn't even aware that they could switch visa. And now with the new loi de Freelance, which is changing the rules for gîte, professional, non-professional, they are in a bit of a pickle. Let me say that the appointment with the prefecture was very stressful for them because they had to explain it is feasible, why they weren't aware about it, and they're asking them to have a business registered, what is just not possible when you don't have a business visa. Now you might be asking, okay Valerie, I see where we're going, but what are the real business visa which I may look into? My advice is not to fall into the it will be easier trap. If you're ready to freelance, look straight away into the business visa because you will be saving some time. Yes, you will have to spend 2-3 months working in your business plan, financial plan, and it might take 4 to 6 months to get here with your business in hand, but this will be faster than knowing that you have to wait 15 to 18 months in order to switch from a visitor visa to a business visa. And know that when you will get to that stage, you will have exactly the same dossier to prepare anyway. The two business visas that we are looking at are the Visa Profession Libérale or Carte de Séjour Entrepreneur Profession Libérale, bit of a mouthful, that's for the UK. This is a 1-year visa, renewable from France with no investment required. It can be for an existing business that you will move over to France, either you close it down or restart, or you create a subsidiary, or it could be for a first-time freelancer with a brand new project, as long as you can show that this business project is going to generate enough income for you to live from, or that you have those savings. And we are looking at the French minimum wage called SMIC. The second visa that you might want to look at is the Visa Talent, which is issued from 1 to 4 years, renewable from France. So the time that they're going to give you depends on how much income you can generate from the business. The higher income, the longer the issue date will be. This visa will require you to have at least a master's degree or a licence professionnelle and to invest 30,000 euros in a French bank in France. So not Crédit Agricole in the UK or the US, a French bank in France. The money needs to be here when you apply. And the same thing, you will have to show that you need to generate at least the SMIC or have it in savings. Yes, you will need some time to prepare for both of those business visas, but you will be able to work straight away when you come to France. Your dossier will actually be the same if you go for a visitor visa and switch in a year's time, except that not all of the prefectures, as I mentioned, are online, and therefore when you go on paper, you make it easier for yourself because you have to send it by recorded delivery. It may not land with the right person. Well, if you apply for your visa from your home country, it's all online, all submitted online, and then you have your appointment with VFS TLS. I've heard some relocation company and an insurance broker say that it's easier to go for the visa visitor visa because it takes months to register a business, and that's just false. Once you have your business visa and you land in France, it's more a question of settling down for you because you've had that big move. But because we have a business visa and a French address, we can straight away go and register your business, and usually the registration could be a couple of days for consultancy services, or it could be a couple of weeks for tougher projects. So definitely not months, we're talking about a couple of weeks. And I've also heard some people saying that you can't register a French business if you don't have a French social security number, and again, that's false. Actually, that French social security number is going to be created via your business. And because we have the business visa, we can go ahead. The only person that doesn't apply to is for artists. As an artist, we need to get your social security number first before we register the business. So I hope that it didn't sound as too much of a rant, but I came across this issue so often this year that I wanted to warn you so that you are prepared. Here's my last piece of advice for choosing the right visa. Try to project yourself in France in 8 to 10 months time. What do you see yourself doing? Will you need some extra income to live on? Is your current professional network likely to come back to you wanting for some support or some subcontracting work? And does your new life in France involve working or freelancing? If the answer is maybe, then take some time to look a bit further into what you want to do before you apply for a visa. You may want to take my Let's Freelance in French challenge to help you decide whether freelancing and creating a business is an option for you. This is a self-paced challenge giving you 5 short videos with 5 short exercises to help you find or refine your potential business idea, visualize yourself in France, check a few rules that may impact your project, and make a decision. After this 5-day challenge, you will know whether you fancy having a go at freelancing or creating a business. You will then be sure which visa is the best for your particular situation, visitor or business. I'll add the link below the video so you can take the challenge. And for those of you who have an Airbnb and Gîte project, you might want to check my next video where I explain the impact of the new French budget 2025 Loi de Finances, and you can check the link just below when it's ready. Salut, à bientôt!